different people every time. And they go and they help different nonprofits and state parks, and they do all sorts of projects. And so right now they are at our farm, and they are doing like a year's worth of work in days. They're building us a new sensory trail. They are building us a new meditation trail. They are putting in fences. They're driving the tractor around. They are putting in our new office. You name it, they're doing it. I'm probably forgetting a few projects that they're doing. And they're staying on our farm, which is so much fun. So if everyone would give a huge hand to a year to volunteer. We love them so much.
We'll be right back. This place. We're gonna do our walkthrough.
Say hi.
So apparently horses don't like things in their faces.
No,
Well,
I know, but I went low and in.
Yes,
slow.
and so they're really curious. So she'll
So
come
sniff and
in
wanna know
and
what's
yes, and she might chew on it.
You have to be de-escalatory, not go right for their eyes, because there's kind of a bulgy thing going on. I've had a couple of horses. This is Jessica.
Hi.
We're at Hearts Equine Therapeutic Center.
We're in Seneca, South Carolina, and this is the home of our next project, and it's awesome.
We're taking Daisy.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're taking this.
beautiful
We have
Daisy.
2 daisies, so this is Daisy May.
Oh, Daisy, yeah.
Yeah.
And there's Janine. I call her J9 because her name is spelled J-A-9.
So my vision is that we have this trail system that you can continually ride around. So that we can take all our therapy clients and take them on a trail, and on that trail there are sensory stations. Fence needs to come back to probably here. I would love for it to also go this way.
Okay.
And then, so we keep that fence, but then we put another fence down, take this out. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
And so then it can go, eventually, it can go all the way to that road.
Gotcha.
And now we've got, now we have a trail system.
So is the property line accurately marked over there by that gorgeous RV? Is
Wow,
it that
whose
corner?
RV is that?
I don't know.
That
That
is
sure
so
is pretty.
Yours.
It's got a lot of dirty wheels, but it sure is pretty.
Well, you know, off-road and stuff. And I mean, that needs to be painted. That office needs to be upfitted. I mean,
Oh yeah,
there's
painting. Well, we're going to do that simultaneously because we always have painters who are not.
People that wanna do heavy
every
lifting
fence
and-
needs to be stained.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, there is tons of stuff. I need to finish the hay barn. We've got the metal and everything for
Okay.
that. I mean, there's tons of stuff.
I should be writing this down.
What do you think? What do you think? You think it's doable?
I think it's beyond doable.
I think
and
we've
I
always
think
been ahead of
Jessica is
schedule,
going to like
Jessica.
barricade us in and not let us leave.
Well,
because
yeah.
we've got so much stuff.
That's what that's what I was thinking.
This is a trail.
This is a trail. So I built this, and then my mom helped me.
Oh.
Yeah, this was one of our COVID projects.
Oh.
So then I had this pretty well cleared. This is actually a creek down in here, but it kind of, you know,
Overgrown.
well, and I didn't, yeah, and I didn't have it cleared to like the dirt.
Gotcha.
This part is the meditation trail. So it's like human or walking horses only. It wouldn't be for riding and then sidewalkers. It's just not big enough. I'm not going to cut down trees.
Okay.
But it just needs to be like cleaned up, and I want it like pretty rocks and like quotes and, you know, just nice benches.
Sure.
Benches.
Yep.
I tried to cut that tree down to make it my part of my fence post, and look at what it did. It just grew right back.
And actually healthier than it probably was.
Look at it. And it's an oak. So I was like, oh, okay, well, whatever. Do your thing, little oak tree.
Exactly.
All right, and so this is, because the horses can get down here. Oh, this is the spring head.
Down here is the spring head for the spring that feeds the trail. And Jess was just telling us that there used to be a cotton farm here. But farmers used to dump everything into this big hole over here, like machinery, whatever, especially dead cows.
Especially Especially dead cows.
cows.
There were a lot of dead cow bones, and when we first moved out here, our dogs would bring all of them to the house. But they
That's
were
a lot
like,
of bones.
you know, petrified, so it's fine. So we pushed everything kind of this way as like a hedge dead fence, because I don't want my horses getting in, one, to this hole.
Yeah.
So I'd like to do something about that, but I don't know that it's feasible. And barbed wire is really bad for horses. So this barbed wire is from probably the early 1900s. Those are old railroad ties that they used. And we actually have some hinges that say 1904 from the old barn that was up here.
You can date barbed wire, and you can identify them like a fingerprint, where they came from, who made it, when it was made. It's crazy.
How?
I don't know. There's a repository. There's a national barbed wire museum.
Oh my God.
It's got
Really?
everything. Yeah.
Where at?
Yeah. I'm not lying. I'm honest.
It's that way.
Clear and make this trail a little bit bigger and do something different with the fence. You go right ahead. But if you're
Or we
like,
could make it wider, clear it, and then pile it up
and then
on
pile
top.
it,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
whatever
that
you
too.
think needs to be done, you can do.
So you want us to go back like a 50 feet from here in?
Go to the fence line.
Except
So-
for the big trees.
The barbed wire fence line is our property line, and that's where it needs to go to. So all that needs to be cleared. And it's not flat. It's kind of on a slope.
Slopey.
Yep, yep.
And it's kind of uneven.
And
in
it's
there.
copperhead season.
Okay. Thanks for the warning.
We're obviously going to need power.
Don't
after all
go!
of our-
And then, you're in ants, you're in ants.
Oh,
You're in ants.
they're climbing on me too, I think.
This corner,
Don't step in anthills. I just had to take off my shoe, and
super jacked up.
I was watching ants go into the shoelace holes of my shoe. This is part of the old Century Trail.
Do you want something?
The current Century Trail.
Or if you can find.
The work has started. This is my chore. I go around and help fill all the coaches with water. because we're boondocking, we don't have access to fresh water. So thanks to our buddy Tony, who turned us on to this bladder system when we were at Florida Caverns. I bought the bladder. I've got the hookups, the setup, and the pump to haul water for everybody. So that's my morning chore. Everyone else is out there digging posts, working on the office. Horses are being fed, not by us. And there goes Dale.
We are on day 2 at Wild Hearts Equine Therapy Center. We've got a group over here that is working on tearing up all this brush. This was all lining the fence line that is barbed wire that needs to be removed, so that's getting all pulled out. And we have put in countless posts, so they have all been cemented in and are looking good.
Well, I won't be using it because I'm dangerous with these. So I'm going to give it the same.
There you go. You got it. You got it. You got it. Woo! Look at this place. Remember that big bramble? Well, here it is. And returning to its basic form, carbon.
How's it going, guys? It's going. Oh my God, you guys! Every time I come back, it's just amazing.
You guys are doing such a good job.
Such an amazing
If you recall, yesterday they were right here, and look how much they've done in one day. What? They were way down there by that little bridge, this S-curve. They've done 2 sides of the trail. They've come all the way through.
At noon, we were just down there where it splits.
Yeah, because I was
So
on
this
Yeah.
is all up. I just say, up there, from that azalea on, it sort of looks like it's meant to be there.
Rod
to divide
basically
the
said,
trail.
forget it, I'm not doing the trail anymore.
But from here back, it just looks like we missed it.
Okay, let's get it.
Does everybody agree with that?
I agree.
This is probably the hardest, most grueling amount of work being done here, this trail. We saw this yesterday. They finished here by this post, and today, with about 4 hours of work, 4 grueling hours, they've gotten down to this spot.
Are you ready?
Do it! 'Cause she's a badass!
overachiever, somebody that went above and beyond. So today we asked Jessica if they happen to have any awards or anything that they use when they have, some overachiever for the day. And she said, oh my God, I've got the perfect thing. We have the sensory beads that go around the horse's neck for the horse that did an extraordinary job that day. So today it goes to Sybil and Scott for overachieving.
Awesome! Oh, it's not as sunny today.
No, we've worked all week in hot and humid temperatures, and then thank you, Hurricane Delta kind of came in and gave us a blustery, wet day.
Yeah, it's kind of soupy out here in the field. Take a look at the rigs behind us. We have 15 boondockers. A special shout out to Joe and Susan out of New Jersey, who are on their first RV trip after retiring. And it's basically 3 weeks of pure boondocking. Love that.
And volunteering, and what a great place to get your feet wet in. No pun intended.
Yeah. We first want to give a huge thank you to all of the donations we received for all the folks who were watching You, Me, and the RV and our channel, and who jumped on, shared our video. It was seen over 1,000 times within a few weeks. The donations poured in, and they were put to good use, as you saw.
We also had a whole bunch of people, Steve and Terry from RV Therapy Fun, Wandering Wicks, Merchants Eclectic. They donated supplies and materials that add up to thousands of dollars.
Yeah, Scott and Sybil, some of our volunteers here, donated a golf cart that'll be so useful here on the farm. And we have 2 volunteer families who donated a combined total of $3,000 from their own pockets to make this a reality. It's amazing. And I want to point out RV Therapy Fun. They hit the streets and teased dollar bills, 20s out of everyone they knew, and they came with like $900.
Yeah, $900. I mean, this group of RVers and volunteers they've had us in tears and had us smiling and laughing because of their just generous hearts. We've been absolutely just taken aback by the generosity of so many of the folks that have come here and that follow us online. So thank you all so very much.
It has been an amazing year so far. We have another state to go after we complete South Carolina here at Wild Hearts. We are so grateful for the outpouring of support, for the generosity, for the people that we meet. Every morning we wake up and we say we love our life, and it's because of folks like you who've made this vision of ours a reality, and we can't wait to just keep going next year.
And if you are ever in the Seneca, South Carolina area, please come by Wild Hearts Equine Therapy Center. The people here have hearts the size of the moon. They are so wonderful, so loving, so giving. Janine and Jessica, who run this place, are extraordinary. They put their heart and soul into it each and every day, and they are nothing short of incredible.
And I thought Char was an Energizer bunny.
They might actually give me a run for my money.
Awesome. Oh, this is just such a serene place to be. So Seneca, South Carolina, come out and visit Wild Hearts Equine Therapy. They are members of Boondockers Welcome. So you boondockers show up, spend a day or two here boondocking, take a look at what they do, walk the meditation trail, just experience it.
Absolutely. It's all just amazingly beautiful.
If you like this video, hey, make sure you give us the thumbs up.
Hit that notification bell and be sure to subscribe.
Yeah, if you haven't done it, subscribe. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great week.
All right, we'll see you soon.